125.91. As you know. Good evening and welcome to the stream. So that don't make any sense. Anyway, so okay, thank you, engineer. So today's stream is about learning to drive the Porsche 919 at Watkins Glen. The trick is I got a setup from BRS, and the trick there is to learn all the corners with regards to the boost map. So here we go. I've got the setup loaded. The boost map I still have to learn. I've got it here. So the first thing is turn 1 I have to boost 20%. Turn 6 is 5%, turn 7 is 20%, then turn 9 is 5, and turn 11 is 10%. So let's just try and remember that. So it's 25, 25 and 10%. Okay, so
just done 125.66.
Let's hit the track. Oh, almost forgot. I need my heads-up display. Come, heads-up display. Because if I don't have that, I can't see the percentage of boost, so it doesn't help. Getting all excited about it. Okay, so let's get in there. There we go. Heads up display is on. We get back in the car. It's weird. It's only there we go. There's my heads up display.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
I'm just gonna park the car on the edge here so I can make some changes to the display. There we go. There's my boost map.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Watch your speed limit in the pits.
There's quite a few guys. Oh crap. There we go. I'm on track at least. Okay, there's quite a few guys on track. I'm one of maybe 4 or 5 LMP1s. So the trick with this chicane is to brake by the hut, turn in at high speed, not what that guy did. So after you clip the second part of the first turn into the chicane, you're supposed to be full on throttle, which I'm not so sure about. It's not going to be easy. So this turn here, I'm supposed to boost till 20%. Nothing from here, if I'm correct. And here is 5. And then this final corner is 10. So I'm going to use the 10 now to give myself the best possible start. That was more or less 10.
Car left. Clear left.
So it's supposed to be 20% here.
Sector 1 is 1.9 seconds off the pace.
So I got the chicane not too bad. So you don't boost out of there, you carry just good speed. So it's supposed to be more or less 5% out of there. Supposedly the boost helps bring the nose in, minimize the understeer. That was supposed to have been 20%. I gave 10, should have been 5, but it's fine. So I'm trying to get into the 1 minute 27s.
E4. The leader has just done 125.64.
Okay, so he's absolutely fucking off. 125.64. Okay, here's the hut. I was a bit slow on the throttle. Gave the 5%.
Sector 2 is 0.40 off the pace.
No boost. %, again. That's more or less 10%.
The leader has just done a 125.31.
Well, I got into the 127s quite easily.
Sector 1 is 1.2 off the pace.
That was quite a lot faster.
Sector 2 time is good.
Damn it. Lost all the time. I don't know why. It felt like I was waiting for the nose to come back in, but it never did. Let's try that again.
Sector 3 is 2.4 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 1.6 off the pace.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Sector 2 is a second off the pace.
Seems like I'm boosting a little bit too much. Meaning I'm my boost map that I'm using is good, but I'm just not generating enough energy to maintain it.
Sector 3 is 1.7 seconds off the pace. E4. Sector 1 is 1.5 off the pace.
Oof, put too much understeer.
Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
It seems like my target of the 27s isn't difficult. Managed to get there quite quickly. The problem, unfortunately, is I'm using a bit too much energy. It's only around.
Sector 1 is 2.1 seconds off the pace.
It's only around now I realize that I'm using a different setup from what I should be. I'm just gonna jump into the pits. Yes, I'm using pure racing setup, which is, yes, pure driving school, that's it. I'm just gonna quickly jump into the VRS setup and see if there's a difference. Maybe the energy levels will be better. Okay, here goes.
Watch your mirrors, there's a car approaching.
Car left, clear left.
Yo, that guy was absolutely pissing off. Feels a little bit different from the other setup, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm about a second off where I should be, I think. Oh, what's he doing in the barrier? Whoa. Okay, use my 10%.
You're last.
What? I mean, lost? Used a little bit just to make sure I was in front of the Porsche. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, what a twitch.
Sector 2 is 1.7 off the pace.
Was a bit too aggressive on the turn in. I'm not sure if this setup is better, but we'll find out soon.
Sector 1 is 1.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.25 off the pace. The leader's just done it, 125.30.
I wasn't sure where the Porsche wants to go.
Right side, clear right.
Now the setup is slower. It feels like that anyway.
Sector 3 is 2.3 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 1.4 off the pace.
Oof, he took a slightly alternative racing line.
That lap time was 128.22.
What it feels like is I can get into the low 28s, high 27s without too much effort. I'm just concerned about how much battery I'm using.
Sector 1
Oh,
is
crap.
1.6 off the pace. This lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits. You need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. I will slow down. Okay, let's try for a clean lap. That was a perfect 20%. Oof! That could have been an absolute almighty smash. Slightly better lap.
Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
Okay, now hopefully I'll have a clean run into the chicane. The trick is, from what I can work out, that's where most of my time is lost.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.5 seconds off the pace.
That was a quick 20% boost. So I got back into the 27s, but I'm using so much of energy. Just need to find a way past this dude.
On your right, clear right.
Think I'm not trail braking enough, meaning I'm getting off the brake way too early. And that was a way too late turn in.
All right, clear right.
Oof. Waited a bit too long to turn in there. Whoa, oh, whoa, whoa.
to slow down to give back the time gained.
Okay, that was my cue to park it and go back to the other setup. I'm not saying this setup is slower or faster, it just, I don't know, I don't feel as confident with it. Okay, I'm just gonna go back. I'm going to take it down to 50 kgs or 50 liters, and this is not the F1 car that works in kgs. Okay, let's look at the results quickly. I'm dead last. I had a good lap time for myself, but that's just over a second of the next person, and around 2 seconds of the leaders, which is bad. So my biggest issue is I really don't know. Will Lion, okay, let's see what he did. Yeah, he was, I don't know, all over the place. I really don't know what he was doing here, whether he was trying to do qualifying or whether he was attempting some sort of race pace test. Let's check if I can find some of the other guys. This guy here, I'm not sure, he was in the 26s. I see he did another 26. I'm assuming that since he's done like 7 laps in a row, it's 7 laps in a row, it's probably race pace, which means that's quite quick, especially considering I'm struggling to get in the 27s and he's a second faster. Okay, now that I'm back on that other setup, let's go do another stint. Before I do that, okay, just checking the stream. Everything seems fine. Let's rock and roll.
There's traffic behind.
Let's see how this, okay, maybe I shouldn't attack this immediately. I'll wait till the tires have some heat in them before I do it. But at least now I'll be able to do a better, ooh, shit. Understeer is really, really bad. At least I know that the pure driving school and VRS setups are not copies of each other. There's serious differences. Brakes are cold. I braked quite late there, like I did on the previous stint, and Ty said nope. Okay, starting a clean flying lap of this first flying lap of the stint. Boosted till 18%. That will be fine for now. Didn't have too much issues carrying the speed through the chicane. Now this setup is faster. Oh crap! Okay, that's it. I damaged the car.
You've gone outside of track limits there.
I was more focusing on trying to get ready to boost instead of making sure I'd got the turn completed. But that was I was on for my fastest lap of the session. Talking about fastest lap of the session, how long have I been busy? Just over half an hour.
The pit exit is clear. Push now.
The theory is I'm not going to be winning races in the LMP1 for a while. I'm really new to this car and there's a lot of tricks to it from what I can figure out. It's not as cut and dry as I thought it would be. I thought I had good experience with the McLaren F1 car that also has hybrid bullshit in it, and that experience would help me drive this car, but it didn't really. The handling is completely different. You can't chuck it into corners like the McLaren, relatively speaking, of course. And overall, the car feels so different. I'm definitely off the pace, there's no question, but my aim is to get into a race and complete it. This series, the races are 60 minutes, so 1 hour of driving is a shit ton of driving, especially in a car that you know you're not going to be super competitive in. But that's fine. Okay, let's go for some 10%. Starting the new lap. Okay, boosted to 19%. Okay, now to really try and nail the chicane.
Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Okay, I did nail the chicane, but the understeer after that is what cost me some time.
Sector 2 is 0.35 off the pace.
Quick 5%. This corner is flat out. And yes, the fourth gear, 10%.
That's your fastest lap. You're now 2.1 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
Boosted a bit too much, but it's fine. I'll just boost less somewhere else.
Car right, clear right.
I'm glad I boosted extra. At least I cleared the Porsche. Okay, I didn't boost from there, so I got back a little bit of that energy I used early in the lap.
Good lap. That's your best in the session. That puts you 1.6 seconds off the pace. That was at 126.86.
Wow, how the hell did I get into the 26s? Holy shite. Oh, I had to open my mouth.
Don't invalidate this lap. Track limits.
I may have invalidated the car. I'm going to find out now if I've damaged it. Because that was quite a bit of a bumpy exit through the corner. So that was a good lap. I didn't think I'd ever get in the 26s. Oh, dude. So that fast lap of mine, what I figured out there was, all my time was made up at the chicane. Okay, starting another lap. We'll find out now if the car is damaged. No, I think it's damaged. Yep. It's not accelerating at all. There's no speed. The top speed has gone down the toilet. So let me exit. Just exit the car and... Right. There we go. Just gonna... And then... Let's see if I can change the view. No, there's no damage that I can see. It must have been under. Okay. How long? 30, almost 40 minutes of streaming. Not bad. So what did I learn so far from this before I do my final stint? Is I'm slow, but not completely slow. So there's 3 of us in the 26s. And I'm sure most of us doing race laps. Let's see. What is this guy? Oh, that's LMP2. Okay, one last stint. Just gonna move my... Nah, it's not gonna help. I want to move the heads-up display just to see if it'll be easier to view, but not really.
The pit exit's clear.
Just gonna do a quick 2 or 3 lap stint, and then I need to say goodbye because I've got stuff I have to do, unfortunately. And if all works out, I'll enter a race tonight. just like earlier on. Tire is not. Oh, I don't even want to bother. Car is, I'm sure, is damaged. Tires are cold, brake late, bad move. Okay, let's go again. This time, since I've wasted so much of time, I'm going to have to do one flying lap and then call it a day with regards to the stream.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit.
Okay, so if anyone's watching and you're confused on what the hell I'm doing with regards to energy and boost map, etc., I will explain it. Basically, the car has a battery in it that you use to give you an extra boost of speed. The problem is the battery is limited. There's only so much capacity, and you can recharge your battery while driving, but the rate of discharge exceeds the rate of recharge. So that means you're going to have to manage. Oh man, why? It's weird, the car just understeered like a bus. Let me get out the car before the next guy gets there. So, to cut a long story short, you want to use the boost as much as you can, but you can't, mainly because there isn't enough. So you're going to have to try and work out what's the best way to deploy it. Find the perfect balance between maximum deployment and maximum recharge. So what it seems like, let me just do the calculation. 60% is what you need to deploy. So what it means is if you deploy more than 60%, after a couple of laps you're going to run out of energy. But if you stick to 60 or below, then you'll have enough energy to do 60 every single lap. Where the hell did he go? Now I can just go and say, hey, fuck it, and use up all the energy and get this incredibly fast lap time. But then that's it. You run out of energy, and the very next lap you've got no speed, and then you're going to have to recharge for a couple of laps before you can get going again. So in qualifying it's awesome. In the race you're going to have to really look after the battery. So what I worked out on that fast lap that I did earlier is if I boost higher than the recommended amount on the first corner, I get a better lap time.
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
Oh man, why the understeer? Son of a bitch. I'm gonna do one more flying lap after this. I keep saying that,
1.7 seconds off the pace.
but obviously I'm making way too many mistakes. And if I'm doing that, that means the race is gonna be a bastard. So I went to 24% boost off turn 1. Let's see what happens. I just must not mess up the chicane. Not too bad. Saved a little bit of boost there.
Sector 2 time is quick.
So that boost map seems to be a better option for me.
That's your fastest lap today. You're now 1.2 off the leader's pace.
So I used up 60% exactly on the lap, precisely 60%, but I changed the boost map to work for me. In other words, find a slightly better balance that gives me the lap time that I'm capable of. Obviously, as I learn the car, it will slowly shift to probably be more in line with the pros. Okay, let's see results. Where am I? Okay, I'm still last. Amazingly, not so far off the pace. So now there's 3 of us in the 26, separated by just a couple of tenths of a second. So that means I'm suddenly closer to the, towards the front than it was. So early on I was over 2 seconds off the pace. Now I'm just over a second off the pace. So that's not bad. So where I started the session, where I ended, not too shabby. In fact, we can go look at the laps and see where I was. So my first stint, I did a 27.6, which I was very happy with at the time because I got into the 27s quickly. Second stint, I did a 27.8. That was, I think, a different setup, and I realized it didn't work for me. And third stint, 27.3. There's it, sorry, 26.8, which I thought was spectacular. And now I went even faster using slightly less boost, 26.5. So let's start from the top, 27.6 to a 26.5. So that's over a second, I found, by using less boost and just driving better. Mainly, I think it's driving better. But generally speaking, with driving, if you drive like a dumbass, you tend to be slow. Alright, that's it for me. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. And I'll probably be back tomorrow. Thanks again and good night.